Welcome back to the Jim Rat Pack Does Entertainment with myself, Larry Olubamiwo, and
Ill white guy over here, Damien. What is up, people?
and
Billy Ray Rock.
that's his new name, stage name. We are here as actors and gym rats to give you our perspective on everything entertainment, especially movies and TV. And so, without further ado, let's begin. And our first topic is a bit of a sad one.
Very sad.
But I'd like it to be a bit more of a celebration in terms of, And it's the topic is about the death of YouTube entrepreneur, or should I say British music entrepreneur and YouTube star Jamal Edwards, who died at the age of 31.
Known for being the creator of sbtv.
Yes, which launched a lot of
British careers.
Quite a few people. I know.
The list is endless.
The musician among us is this guy, so he would have a lot to say about this. But let me read you the article via Deadline, and it says Jamal Edwards, an English music entrepreneur known for founding sbtv, a YouTube music channel dedicated to breaking emerging artists in the UK, died Sunday at the age of 31. Edwards' company confirmed his death to the BBC. No other details have been released about his death. Edwards was born in Luton in 1990.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know it's COVID-19.
Yeah, well, heart attack was the official.
Was it COVID-19 though?
I'm not sure. It
might have been. That might have been an additive. Yeah, because you're right. I did hear, but I didn't want to.
Okay.
And this is a 20th. So anyway, cool.
All right.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. Edwards was born in Luton in 1990 and was raised in Acton, West London. In 2006, he founded sbtv on YouTube, a channel focused on the discovery of emerging artists. The channel would help launch the careers of high-profile artists like Ed Sheeran, Jessie J, Dave, Skepta, Rita Ora, and Stormzy. That is a incredible list right there.
And that's just a handful.
Yeah.
That is just a handful. There are people working today because of him in the hundreds.
Yeah. Many credit Edwards and sbtv for helping popularise grime music in and beyond the UK. The channel currently has over 1.2 million subscribers. After news broke of the music figure's passing, tributes have been pouring in. Lady LaShaw wrote, "This man helped so many artists to become who they are today, including myself. He gave me opportunity after opportunity to showcase my talent from Brum into London. We need to keep his name and brand alive. This is painful. The good always go too soon." Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London, paid tribute and wrote, "British music and entertainment has lost one of its brightest stars. My thoughts are with Jamal's loved ones at this terrible time." Dave, also known as Santan Dave, expressed gratitude for Edwards' life and wrote, "Thank you for everything. Words can't explain." That was the article from Deadline. Damien, please let us know if you're familiar with Jamal Edwards and what you think about his passing and what it's going to mean for British music going forward.
I mean, first of all, at that age, it's just like when you hear someone dying like in their 30s, let alone 31, it's a shocker straight away. And I didn't personally know much about Jamal Edwards until I heard about the death. And then to see the catalogue of people that he's brought up, whether it's Stormzy, whether it's Skepta was one as well, wasn't he, I think?
Yeah, Skepta was one.
Skepta as well. And then, the likes of Ed Sheeran and everyone else that he has managed and brought them through in the way that he did. It just tells you the man's ability to spot talent and the ability that he had to recognise and to nurture that talent and to help it and to foster that. I mean, as someone, my dad was a musician, I've been a musician for years as well, apart from acting, and I know firsthand from going out and playing gigs how hard it's for someone to see you. And you need that person at the forefront to put that light on you, to put that spotlight on you. My dad did that for 20 years. He went up and down the country trying to get the right person to see him. This guy was there for everyone, and just at that right time, like he was the zeitgeist in terms of like finding that right that right person to hit the beat. You know, when you think about what Stormzy has been doing now for the last few years, when you think about what Ed Sheeran's done for the last few years, and the last 10 years, like they're at the pinnacle of the industry. Like in my music class at school, we've got Stormzy and Ed Sheeran all over the wall. This was the guy that found them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to say that he is a big loss to the music industry, I think that's an incredible understatement. And at his age, we had no idea what he could have gone on to do. I mean, he had 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube for the channel that he set up with sbtv. And yeah, there's not much I can say apart from it's a big loss, but you can just look back and celebrate the amount of talent that he's brought in and that he's let the world celebrate.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope that as musicians, they can come together and really celebrate his life and what he basically enabled them to go on to do. Because, he's brought us some amazing talent.
Yeah.
That's what I can say.
I'm going to go next because I know you've got a lot more to say on him. You've got more knowledge, unless you want to go now.
No, go on.
I don't know much about Jamal Edwards because I'm not a big proponent of grime music. I do know about him through his entrepreneurship. I remember when they were doing the adverts, was it the Google adverts, when he was a few years ago, when he established himself on that channel, and they showed him being an entrepreneur. I also read a few articles since I heard about his death, showing how I think he became a multi-millionaire by the age of 21 or something like that.
Something early, yeah.
This is why I want him to be a shining light to the youth of today. You know, there are a lot of youth doing great things right now, but there are a lot of youth doing not so great things. And one thing people need to understand, and it's coming from people who grew up on the street and know what we're talking about, the street life ain't going to make you as much money as you can make legitimately.
No.
It's actually easier to make a lot of money legitimately now than it is doing illegal stuff. This man is a prime example of using your wits, working hard, working smart, and getting that bag. You know, he is a shining light. He's a shining example for all. In fact, not just youth, even us. Like going out there, getting it done. You know, his goal-getting attitude is what really drew me to him. Do you know what I mean? And he's going to be a terrible loss. It's a terrible loss. Obviously, it's a terrible loss for his family. It's a terrible loss for the music industry. Apparently, he was producing films as well, helping to write scripts. So he was putting his money in a lot of things, putting his talents in a lot of things. Like you said, I think 20 years' time, he would have been massive. He might have even done what I ultimately hope happens in this country, and we get the equivalent of BET over here. You know, so yeah, he's going to be a big loss. It's going to be a big loss, and you know, I think he's achieved more in his 31 years than most people achieve in their 80, 90 years. So that's why I say it should be a celebration. Obviously, it's always sad when people die, especially when they die younger. But he's achieved a lot in his time here. So
Yeah.
you know, yeah. But I'll leave the floor to you, bro.
Boy. All right, without labouring points, first of all, yeah, he's an inspiration. And remember, Jamal was doing this before it was even cool. Like, he was doing YouTube 2006.
Yeah.
Most people weren't doing that.
Yeah.
Second of all, he was a visionary because he saw things that the rest of us didn't see. And he jumped on that, and then he inspired, you know, a movement after that. Obviously, back in the day, I was a grime MC. I did my bits and bobs, and that was the first time I started to be able to see people from Brum, people from Manchester, and he was putting in the work. He was up and down the country, supporting people, and then giving them a platform. So he knew they had talent, but he was giving them a platform, which, you know, there's so many unsung heroes that they're the main. What would I say? They're A-listers, and they're pulling in big numbers. But like I said to you before, there's hundreds of people working because of the platform that he gave them. You know, and they're working now, and they might just be under the radar, but they're still there. So yeah, it's gonna be a huge loss. My thoughts are with like his mum. You know his mum?
Brenda,
His mum's from Loose Women.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like to lose her son.
Yeah.
Anyone to lose their child,
Of course.
especially at 31,
Yeah.
and he hasn't, like you said, he hasn't even hit full stride. He's a man now, and so most men really hit their stride late 30s, early 40s when they're really powerhouses. And as a pioneer, he could have been, the next Tyler Perry. Of this country,
easily. The way he was going,
the way because he was still ahead of the game.
Yeah, man.
So as much as he can inspire people, he still, he had foresight, which a lot of us don't have. But so like you said, it's a celebration.
Yeah, man.
Like he done a lot.
Yeah, man.
He put people on. He created. He allowed the whole world to see a scene that was a London scene.
Yeah,
and it moved out, and then it's global. People are touring all over the world because of what they saw.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
and that's why I like to see it as a celebration because if God said to you, right, I'll give you 31 years, but you're going to achieve everything this Jamal Edwards achieved, or I'm going to give you 90 years, but you're going to do nothing, basically. What you're choosing.
You're just going to plug along.
You're
going to plug along.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm taking the 31 years. Do you know what I mean? While my condolences go out to his family and his friends, and
it's a proud moment for his family.
Be proud of it, of what he's achieved, and his name is going to live in the music industry, especially for a long, long time. Because as Leon said, he's a pioneer.
Yeah.
He is a pioneer, and that word gets used a lot, but there's very few of those.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So, the death of Jamal Edwards.
Salute.
Big up, salute.
Salute.
And let us know if you heard about it before we reported it, and what you think of his passing, and how you think it's going to impact the music industry especially, and what you can learn from his life. I mean, he's a fabulous example for all of us, to be honest with you. So
if you're watching and you're like 15, 16, you're thinking what you want to do in music, you need inspiration, check out Jamal's life, see what he did,
or film,
or anything. No limits. No limits. Leave us some comments down below and let us know what you think.